You picture Lollapalooza as 4 days of freedom, a paper wristband cutting into your skin by day 2, sunburn on your shoulders, a bass line rattling your ribs, strangers turning into friends somewhere in the middle of 80,000 people, a lineup that feels handpicked just for you, a weekend built purely for joy. That is the dream you were sold. It is not the business. The business started extracting money from you the moment you clicked buy tickets, and it never really stops. Ask yourself something. Who do you think actually owns your favorite festival? Lollapalooza was born in 1991 as a genuinely independent idea, dreamed up by Jane's Addiction frontman Perry Farrell as a traveling alternative rock circus. It felt like rebellion. Today, it is majority owned by Live Nation Entertainment, the same corporation that owns Ticketmaster. In 2014, Live Nation bought 51% of C3 Presents, the company that produces Lollapalooza, for $125 million, valuing the whole operation at $250 million. The rebellion was purchased. The wristband on your arm belongs to a public company's balance sheet now. Here's where the real business begins. The price you see is never the price you pay. A general admission 4-day pass advertises around $350. Then come the fees. The U.S. Government Accountability Office studied this exact industry in a 2018 report and found that ticketing fees average 27% of the sticker price on the primary market, with some events pushing that as high as 58%. Before you've walked through a single gate, you've already paid for a service you can't see, can't negotiate, and can't opt out of. Now you're inside. Food and drink stalls line every path, and this is where the margin really lives. A bottle of water that costs the vendor pennies sells for $6. A beer sells for $14. None of that markup goes to the artist on stage. It goes to concession operators and, through licensing fees, back to the festival itself. Want shade? There's a cabana for that, and it costs thousands. Want to skip the line for the bathroom? There's a platinum package for that too. Every discomfort the festival could have designed away becomes, instead, a product it sells you the fix for. So who's actually getting rich off of you? Not who you'd assume. Princeton economist Alan Krueger spent years digging through Pollstar's box office data for his book Rockonomics, and he found something brutal. In 1982, the top 5% of touring artists earned 62% of all concert revenue. By the time he finished his research, that same top 5% was pulling in 84%. Kruger's own conclusion was blunt. Fans keep paying more every year, he argued, while a shrinking circle of superstars captures nearly all of it. Most of the acts on that lineup you love are barely breaking even on the tour itself. The money isn't flowing to the music. It's flowing upward, while the fans at the bottom keep footing a rising bill for a shrinking share of the value. Then there's the sponsorship layer, and this is the part almost nobody thinks about. Every branded stage, every free sample tent, every app notification pushing you toward a partner experience is a paid placement. A huge share of festival revenue no longer comes from you buying a ticket. It comes from corporations paying to stand in front of you while you're trapped in a fenced field with nowhere else to go for 4 days. You're not just the customer, you're the inventory. This is the trap nobody warns you about. The festival doesn't need you to have a good time. It needs you to stay inside the gates as long as possible, spending as often as possible, with as few free alternatives as possible. Cash-free wristbands make spending feel weightless. Lines get rerouted past merchandise tents. Re-entry rules quietly stop you from just leaving and eating somewhere cheaper. None of it is an accident. All of it is modeled and optimized, the same way any retail floor plan is engineered to walk you past the impulse buys. And when a model like this proves it works, it doesn't stay small. It scales. Live Nation has run the same playbook across dozens of festivals worldwide, buying up independent brands, standardizing the fees, standardizing the sponsorship packages, exporting the exact same extraction model from Chicago to Berlin to São Paulo. In 2024, the U.S. Department of Justice sued Live Nation and Ticketmaster for antitrust violations, arguing the company holds monopoly power over live events precisely because this model works so well there's almost nowhere left to escape it. So the next time someone tells you they're going to Lollapalooza for the freedom, the community, the once-in-a-lifetime feeling, ask yourself the real question. Freedom for who? Behind the doodle bright branding and the headline acts? This was never a festival built to give you an experience. It's a business built to make easy money off your back. One wristband, one $6 water, one hidden fee at a time.